Hey, what's up everybody? It is DaYDreaMz. Welcome back to the channel for another Clash of Kings video. You guys already know what this is. This is the World Cup breakdown where I'm trying to give you guys some tips and tricks so that your team can make it to the finals and win a free trip to China. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So if you've already seen part 1, then we left off on the setup. We had just collected our gold from the achievements. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I recommend you go watching it before you watch this video because they'll tie in together a little bit. Unless you already know how to do, you know, the setup of your castle and everything, in which case, then yeah, you can just hear some of the ideas that I have in the Dragon Campaign World Cup, like, and what I think is very important to do, and which buildings are very important to take. And I know a lot of this is pretty obvious to a lot of you, especially those of you who've been watching me for a long time, but there are some differences between this battle and a typical Dragon Campaign, or even a Dragon Campaign playoff match. So one thing that they are similar in between this and the playoffs is you do have losses once your hospitals are full. So you're going to want to have decent hospital capacity. You're going to want to heal after each hit. So we just teleported to the middle, guys. We're in the Dragon Campaign. Just work with me here. You need to have some visualization because I can't get into beta. I can't get into the World Cup like demo. So I got to just kind of go with this. So basically, we just poured it in, we've got our team. You should have 15 people on your team that show up, hopefully. That's like, you know, that's what we're all working on. That's why I had to recruit people, because a lot of my alliance is offline at that time. So do whatever you can to get as many people. The more the merrier, so that way you can fill up rallies fast and you can hold buildings without having to, you know, do any trickery and stuff. Which I will teach you how to do some trickery if you only have a certain amount of people. So at the start, you want to get here within a minute to go, so that way you're not rushing. Because if you're rushing, you're just going to lag out and you're not going to get there in time. So what we do is we teleport to the middle. Now, there's a couple things I'm leaving out here, guys, that we're going to be doing that I'm not going to mention in this video. They're small things, nothing major, but things that I think could separate us from everyone else. So I will be leaving out just a couple tips. If you want to get on those tips, guys, you need to join our group Discord server. The link to that is in the description down below. It's 1,000 Clash of Kings players in one group chat where we all hang out all the time and talk and share battle reports and talk about our kingdoms, all that great stuff. So if you're not in Discord yet, it's basically like line chat and WhatsApp combined with Skype and TeamSpeak. It's just amazing. It's a really good app and it's a whole lot of fun. So we all hang out there every single day. So what you're going to do is you're all going to teleport to the middle, just like in a playoff match. You're going to teleport to the middle, and then what I recommend doing, guys, is instantly speeding to the north and south Tower of Blessings. Maybe have half your team speed to the south, half your team speed to the north. Doesn't matter who takes it first or what. Preferably someone with level 15 glass, that's good, so that way you don't have to like switch people around. But whoever's the leader of the alliance can always kick people from buildings, so that way you can move people around. It's really easy to move people around, so don't worry about that. Especially if you're the leader, you can always move people around inside the building, so that way you can get the best Hall of War in that building. So once you take Tower of Blessings, I always have one person specifically take the middle, the crystal mine, because I know that's what the enemy team is going to shoot for too. So I need at least one person sending 5 marches there so they can hold that building until the rest of us get there. So all of us are going to speed to the north and south Tower of Blessings. Once we take those, we're then speeding to either our training grounds or our armory. That is one of the major 3 buildings that's on your side. We take the one that's on our side. So now that we have 2 of the major 3 buildings plus both Tower of Blessings, that's key. Then we can start sniping supply points. Those are the buildings that also give you points per minute. So they're the smaller ones, like, you know, the big buildings should be giving you 15 points per minute, I believe. And then the supply points, I believe, would be giving you 6 points per minute. So we're going to speed. Everything's doubled and changed around a little bit, so I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah, that's how it is. So we'll speed and we'll snipe any of those buildings. Guys, we do not care about teleport points at all. We do not care about them. The enemy team can have them. And yes, they will get points for capturing them, and they will get some early points for that. That's fine. We do not care about dragon towers either. Now, what I will do, once we take the supply points, the major buildings, and if we have 15 people there, that means people are going to have extra marches. Then they can speed and take those buildings as long as they're joining all the rallies. But what I don't want them to do is to hold those buildings. I don't want them to just keep their troops in there, because the early capture points are great. You know, if you can get the early capture points, that's good. It's going to give us an early lead, so they can take those buildings. But once it's time to rally, they need to recall those marches home. Unless you have 15 people, then you can, you know, hold some other buildings. But I don't recommend leaving a bunch of your troops in there because they're not worth holding. If you lose them, you're not losing points per minute or buffs like you will with the Tower Blessing. So, guys, you need to hold. If you hold all 3 majors, you're gonna win for sure. Or if you hold like 2 of the 3 majors and at least one of the supply points, you're gonna win. If you only hold 1 of the majors, I believe you need to hold 4 of the supply points and 1 of the major 3 to win. Pretty sure that's how the math works out. I'll let you know in the comment section down below. I'll get the math all figured out and everything. I'll tell you what you need to hold exactly. But you need to have your level 15 glass on, guys. I cannot tell you how important this is. If you do not have your level 15 glass on, and you're not only when you're rallying, of course when you're rallying you need to have level 15 glass on, but when you are defending you need to have that level 15 glass on to fill the building. Once the building's filled, you're going to put it on. You're going to say, hey everybody, join me. Once it's full and it says 2.6 million, 2.5 million, you can then switch back to your level 25 or 30 dragon glass, depending if you're attacking or defending. So that's how you're going to do that. You need to be paying attention, guys. What I do is I hit this button right here and it shows you the map. And you can see buildings flashing that are being rallied. So you're going to be able to tell what your next moves are. So it's very important. It's very important to do that. It's very important to look around and see what's being rallied. Because if one of your important buildings are being rallied, what you're going to do is you're going to set a counter rally. So let's say they have a single rally about to hit your building. You're going to set your rally a few seconds after their rally. And remember, you can always speed your rally. So if it's, you know, don't get there beforehand. You can always speed to get there right after it hits. But the objective of counter rallying is to hit right after theirs hits. Now, if they're doing a double rally, you're going to do the same thing, but your goal is to hit. You're going to try to reinforce it in between their 2 hits. So if they mistime their hits, you can swing in there in between the hits, and then it'll just reinforce and they'll lose both rallies. Or worst case, if they time it perfectly, they're going to win. If they win the second rally and if they do it correct and they have their level 15 glass on and they're good heroes in their marches, they'll win. But you'll take that building right back, guys. So they will not be getting those points per minute. You'll lose the building, but you'll take it right back. Do you see what I mean? So it's very, very important to always be taking back your major buildings right after they take them. You're not going to be able to protect yourself against a good team. You're not going to be able to keep every building, every important building the whole match. You're going to be giving up buildings here and there, guys. But when you do, always have that counterattack ready so that the second they take it, you take it right back. And that's going to be very frustrating for the enemy team because they're going to be doing, if they're a good team and they're taking buildings back where they would normally take it back and then it would be 5-10 minutes before they see a rally, they're getting hit and losing it a second after each time. It's just, you're going to have to play perfect like that to win this thing. So always have your counter rallies ready, guys. What I recommend doing is having 2 to 3 people. Well, I recommend having 3 to 4 people in charge of rallies. 2 main people that do the main rallies with your highest Hall of War size. People with gold level 15 glass. And then you're going to have maybe 1 or 2 more that are going to be used to hold buildings and to set rallies when the other ones maybe don't have any marches left or are moving troops around or are healing. They're too busy to set the rallies. But you really want to have two primary people and then a couple more as backups. It really helps with the confusion, guys. There's nothing worse for your team than having people setting random rallies, because when you go to the Alliance battle information, there's going to be a lot of battles going on, guys. There's going to be, you know, like 10 different battles going on. Solo attacks. There's going to be people hitting buildings, solo hitting buildings. When your teammates go there and they see you rallying, but your rally's all the way down here because you have 2 or 3 other teammates rallying with like half-filled rallies or quarter-filled rallies, rallying teleport points and dragon towers, you can't have that. So you need to tell your people, listen, we're going to have 2 people set the rallies. You're going to listen to those people. When you see the rally set, you're going to join that. And you need to tell your team that individual points do not matter in this, guys. Yes, you get more rewards for more points individually, which I hate because then that promotes selfish play. It doesn't promote team play. It promotes selfish play. So you really have to talk to your team and be like, listen, guys, individual points don't matter. As a matter of fact, if you have high individual points, that means that you're, you know, attacking on your own and going outside the teamwork. So you definitely only want to have a couple people rallying. So have your counter rallies ready, have your rallies ready. Make sure you've got a couple people in charge of scouting, guys. Scouting is so important in this. You need to know what's in these buildings, because like in our last match, there was a building that had been sitting there for probably 10-15 minutes without any troops in it, and we could have just taken it with one horse, and we had no idea because we weren't scouting correctly. So I would recommend having a few people in charge of scouting. Tell them to keep a march here and there and scout, and they can use speed ups to scout. Don't be afraid to use speed ups. Just get the scout there, get it back so you can get your march back, and then relay the information in Alliance chat. Now, I don't use Alliance chat, guys. All my team, as you know, are in a Discord call. And basically, it's just a couple people talking, and then everybody else is just following the orders. That's what you have to have. You have to have organization, and you have to have comms, and you have to have teamwork. So those are just some of the basics of what you can do to win. Now, I can't stress enough the importance of the Tower Blessings, guys. Like I said, 20% attack and defense bonus. That is going to be massive. That could put you up over 500% archer attack. If you set up your castle correctly and you have the Tower Blessings, you're going to have over 500% archer attack. It's going to be very hard for them to break through that. Once you hold both Tower Blessings, it's going to be very hard for them to do anything without it. Now, with that said, against a very good team, it's going to be very hard to hold both Tower Blessings because they're going to be coming heavy for them. So in that circumstance, make sure you're always holding at least one. Always have your counter rallies set. Make that your priority, even over the... And here's another tip, guys. Stop treating the crystal mine in the middle like it is the most important building in the whole game. It is no different than an armory or a training grounds, guys. Those buildings also give high points per minute. So if they're putting their best heroes and their best marches, and you just keep losing terribly in the middle, let it go. Let them keep their best heroes in that building, and then you're going to go take all the other buildings. So don't worry about giving up the crystal mine. That's something I see people make. That's like a very big mistake I see people making a lot. If they have all their best troops and heroes in the middle, don't even worry about the middle. You've got other buildings. You can go for the armory or the training grounds, which both give the same points per minute. So that's what you should be focusing on if you see their best heroes in a building. Same with the Dragon Tower or Tower Blessings. If you like have hit it with a double rally or a triple rally and you still can't penetrate because they have all of their Christinas in the same building, that's fine. That's actually perfect. It couldn't be any better for you. Just make sure you always have your counter rallies and everything ready with your Tower Blessings and everything. Which brings me to the next point while we talk about the good heroes, guys. Your best heroes you really want to use on offense and defense. Switch troops around so that way you can, you know, have basically like this. Say I'm holding the Tower Blessings at north, and it's like 6 of us in there. We each have like 300,000-400,000 troops in there. What you'll do is send one person home, and then say I've got my Christina in that building, I'll send 2 more marches out there. So I'll have like 800,000 troops there. So that means that 2 more people can send their troops home and they can have their good heroes back. See what I mean? Maximize the use out of your best heroes. You don't want to have just... if you're going to have Christina holding a building, why have your best hero hold it with only 380,000 troops when you could have her in there with 1,000,000 troops? And yeah, of course, if you get smashed, you will lose some power. But guys, you don't take this power with you. When this battle's over, it all gets reset until the next match. So don't worry about, you know, going over hospital capacity. Do your best to heal and everything. Speaking of that, before I forget about that, rotate out in and out of buildings so you can heal. Like, say I got 1,000,000 troops in there and it gets super rallied and we win, but I have full hospitals and I went over cap a little bit. Have someone else with a good Hall of War hold the building for a minute, bring your troops home, heal, and then send back. So I guess what I'm saying about all this, guys, is don't be afraid to rotate your best heroes in and out of battle. If you have Christina holding an important building, but you see that an even more important building is being rallied, don't be afraid to have everybody bring their best heroes home, so that way you could set a counter rally so you could take back the Tower Blessings immediately. Don't be afraid to switch your heroes around, guys. You want to maximize the best out of your best heroes. I think that's one of the most important things that you can do in these battles, and that's something that I want to implement more. These are all things that I've picked up on, and I really want to make sure to do all this because, guys, to win your region, it's going to be very hard, very, very hard. But to win like the bracket play and make it to those final 2 teams, you're going to have to play flawless. You're going to have to, like, I can't wait to, like, even if I don't make it there, I can't wait to cast these matches, because those teams are going to have the best teamwork, and they're going to be setting counter rallies, counter double, triple rallies. They're going to be setting, like, counter quad rallies and stuff, and it's just going to be going back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see it, because this is, like, the first time that we've had real skill in the game being implemented. You know, you can't just spend unlimited speed ups or send unlimited troops and just heal unlimited times. You have a specific amount of items, and you have to make the most out of those items. Now, remember, you want to make the most out of those items, guys. You can't take any of it with you, so you want to leave nothing in your castle when you're done. You want to leave it all on the line. So don't be afraid to lose troops. Don't be afraid to use your gold, your speed ups, your healing speed ups, your march accelerations. While we're on the subject, hitting castles, it could be good if you're doing like a double or triple rally on, say they have one like really good player who is commanding them, and they're telling, you can see that they're doing all the rallies and they're the ones that are like taking most of the buildings. A triple rally might work on them, but I don't think it's worth using heroes and troops to take out a castle like that, when, you know, those could be used to hold buildings or to rally and take buildings. So that's just my personal preference. I won't be doing a lot of attacking castles unless I feel it's urgent, like a player is just really taking over and we have to set an example and really take them out. But I'll be mostly focused on the buildings, guys. Remember, you only have 1 hour. This isn't a 2-hour Dragon campaign. This ain't a 2-hour playoff match. This is a 1-hour battle, and you have to make the most of it, and you have to play really, really well to win these battles. And yeah, guys, just make sure to try to have 15 people on. It's very important to have as many people on as possible. And that's about it as far as like the strategy. There's, like I said, there's a few things that I'm going to be doing, and I can't give away our exact strategy because I'll be playing a lot of you in the North American bracket. So I got to be very careful with some of the exact things that we'll be doing. I'm just giving you some of the broad basics, guys. Counter rallies. Switching in and out heroes, getting the most out of your heroes, using your dragon glass to the best of your ability. All of that stuff is going to be highly, highly important. Now, one last thing, when you heal, remember to switch to your level. Remember, switch to your level 10 dragon glass. If you have time after doing your equipment, you have the Joseph hero, and he's level 25. This guy right here. You could try to get some cheap healing buffs and put his skills into, well, actually no, because I don't even think he has healing. Yeah, I think he just has, okay, yeah, scratch that. It was just something I was thinking about, but I forgot he doesn't even have a healing speed bonus. But some of your heroes do have equipment that have the healing speed on them, so pay attention to that. If you have that hero home, you could put them into the doctor position, and you can save on some speed ups. Remember, guys, you got to maximize the most out of everything. So, guys, I just did like 30-some minutes of videos. I did part 1 and part 2. I'm pretty exhausted. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I wanted to get this out though because our next match is coming up. Actually, let's go check that now because it should have our matching done. My match is tonight, guys, in 15 hours. So tonight at midnight, guys. Right now it is Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. So how many hours did that say? 15 hours. About 15 hours from the upload of this video is when the World Cup match is going to be. I am so excited for all these World Cup matches. I'll be streaming every one of them. I do not care if it starts to get to the point where people are stream sniping and watching what we're doing. It's not really that big of a deal anyway. They're going to be able to see what we're doing from, like, you know, the reports and everything. But, you know, then if it gets real bad, then I will delay the stream. Or if it gets super bad and it's a very, very, very close match, yeah, I'll just delay the stream. I can, you know, set it back like 5 minutes. That way they can't sync up what we're doing and everything. So no worries there. Nobody's going to be able to get too much of an edge on me. They'll know a lot of, like, my strategy and stuff, but that's no big deal. I'm sure that all the countries have people that are telling them, you know, the best strategies and stuff for these events. So thank you guys so much for watching. You already know it. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Remember, if I can't win the World Cup, I hope one of you do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. See you tonight at the live stream. I really hope you guys show up. It'll be at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 15 hours from the time of this upload. Peace.